Just another quick update on Chau Anh, the homeless girl that we rescued off the mean streets of Hanoi. In this one we sent her a couple of donations. I transferred some money to her mother, not the most exciting video, and also Stalin gave her a donation as well in person.
Nấu vừa đủ luôn á.
Mẹ con nấu cái xong ấy vừa đủ. Con thấy bác tưởng là hai cái.
Vì ở đấy ngoài ra nó còn có chức năng hấp nữa cơ mà.
Tức là dùng được nhiều việc.
Đấy là dùng là để đồ sôi hay đồ sôi.
Đồ sôi nấu cơm, có nhiều chức năng.
Nấu cháo.
Đây nấu xoay chú có gửi 2 triệu cho hai mẹ con này.
Cảm ơn.
Chú của chú Tây Giang đấy.
Cảm ơn chị Tây Giang ạ.
Ok. Đấy, bác có qua một cái túi tặng cho anh này. Đấy, bác năng tặng cho con đấy, đẹp không?
Đẹp ạ.
Mới luôn nhá. Đây, đấy. Con nấu cơm ấy thì bình thường mua cái gì nấu ăn?
Cháu thường mua rau nè, đậu phụ với cả cơm. À với cả thịt với mướp với su su ạ.
Nếu mà nấu bữa cơm thế là tính ra thích bao nhiêu tiền? Con tính.
Cháu chỉ là chị phụ trách chở xe đạp thôi. Cháu cảm ơn chú Tây Giang ạ.
Cháu cảm ơn chú.
Chú Tây Giang 2 triệu này. Thế là hai mẹ con về chịu khó nấu cơm nhé.
Vâng ạ.
Bye bạn Việt.
Also, I think she borrowed a phone. She's been borrowing a phone, maybe off the shopkeeper or from a teacher at school. I think I forgot. She did tell me because I asked. Just a cheap phone, and it has the Zalo app. And yeah, some bad news. She got to me, it looks like a pretty bad burn on her foot. It looks quite bad. And I thought it was because of the shoe that she was wearing. I said change your footwear because I thought it was maybe some cheap shoes. They do eat into the skin on people's feet here. But she said it was from cooking, like she cooked some kẹo đường, like some candy, sugar candy, and some of it dropped on her foot apparently. Made a pretty bad wound. And I advised her to maybe go see a doctor in case it could get infected. I'm not sure if she will do that. Also asked her like how they're going for finances because the Stalin donation and my transfer were quite like a few weeks back, and she said her mother's got around 100k left, so I said I'll transfer some cash to her on the next available bank day. So yeah, that is the update on Chau Anh. She also sent me a few cat pics. Maybe she knows I'm a cat fan. They have this white cat, mother cat, that gave birth, and she did have like 5 kittens I think, but they gave most of them away. I think they kept one. And that mother cat is pretty, like, it's not that smart, and it's getting bullied by, I think it was a neighbor's cat or just another cat around the area. I'm not sure what breed it is. It's not the usual breed that you see in Vietnam, those small little alley cats that you see in Vietnam. It's more of like a fluffy one. I think she got it from the shopkeeper actually as a gift. So the shopkeeper is still like in the background there, making her presence felt. I think Chau Anh also does spend a lot of time there. I think she visits there daily against my advice, because as I try to warn her, like the asbestos roofing is broken there, so it's not good for kids especially. it's dangerous for kids. But you know, seeing as we're not there, we can't really enforce anything. So she's been visiting pretty much daily, and I guess she does want a different role model to a mother. People have been bagging her mother out, but as I keep saying, in her role as a mother, she's a lot better than a lot of other people that we've seen on the channel that are more competent and more mentally stable, and they still force their kids to work instead of working themselves, and they don't protect their children as much. Like, I noticed Ling never lets Chau Anh out of her sight. She's always there. Whereas, you know, a few other parents, they've just thrown their kids at me. They don't even know my name, my address. It's really weird. But anyways, that's just a vote for Ling. Not Mother of the Year, but in her role, her maternal role, I think she's pretty adequate considering her deficiencies. She's not the best worker, granted, but in terms of taking care of Chau Anh to the best of her ability, I think she's doing a decent job. Her health doesn't look that great. Like, people mention she looks quite haggard, so things would go dire really quickly for Chau Anh if her mother was out of the picture, because people say, oh, the shopkeeper's gonna be a great role model, you know, you should get her to like raise Chau Anh. Very, very naive. I don't know what kind of world a lot of the viewers live in, but if you're not a parent or a relative, like, why would a stranger sacrifice anything for a kid? You know what I mean? That kind of naive attitude is probably why the assault rates for step parents are so high, because people are just like, oh, this guy's got a car, this guy's got a house, let's throw this teenage orphan into his care. Yeah, just look up some of the abuse rates, especially for young girls, you know, in relation to stepfathers. Also, why I don't want to like create like a really intimate relationship. I think it's kind of like weird, you know what I mean? Like, people keep pressing on it, saying, oh, you know, she looks at you as a father. I mean, of course people are gonna think of you as kind of their savior if you just step in and provide them material care in their time of need. But that shouldn't be a reason to establish a closer relationship than needs be, because that just opens the door for a lot of iffy stuff. And it's better to keep a more distant professional relationship, in my view. The people that like to take advantage of people, they always try to make the relationship more than it needs to be. And I mean, it's some dark stuff. A lot of the viewers of the channel don't really think about it. I'm very aware of that kind of angle, because when people are vulnerable, predators are always circling. And just because I don't openly talk about it, because it's just like, no one wants to hear it, it's kind of icky, it doesn't mean that people shouldn't be aware of it. And yeah, anyway, let's end off on that awkward note.